The cinematography was okay. Dark scenes here and there, well executed as well. The cinematographer and the art director, they worked in sync.
Uzo was killing every god or everybody linked to that particular stuff. Have eaten a part in that body. Was killing. So how did he kill the rest of the gods? because he was killing humans and he said he was killing the gods.
Now the big question is, why play R&D? Why cast R&D? I'm trying to fathom.
Okay.
His role was not really significant.
Yeah.
He could have gotten somebody else.
Yes.
But I'm also looking at the marketing.
So let's talk about the collaboration between Omomi Dada and Stan Uze.
I love the kissing, even though the kissing was a bit clumsy from Stan's aspect.
He rushed her.
I'm just saying. But
It's about the moment we'll bring our cuteness to your doorstep. My name is Omolara Debayo and welcome to POV. Today we are diving headfirst into Suspicion by Tosin Igho's latest gem. Get ready to have your mind blown to twists and surprises. I have with me great personalities, Ayo and Jude. These people, they know their onion and you're not going to have a dull moment here. Welcome. How are you both doing?
I'm doing good. Onions are expensive these days, but I know it.
Yes.
And I know
yes,
it.
yes.
Thank
Jude,
you for having me.
both of you are looking takeaway. So,
Take me away.
There's something
So collected.
suspicious about our look.
yeah.
Suspicious, right?
Of course, and that's why we are bringing you Suspicion to make it right. Okay, the movie Suspicion is a crime drama with supernatural vibes that blends African mysticism with modern moral dilemmas. Directed by Tosin Igho and backed by Divergent Films, it features big names like Stan Nze, Omomi Dada, Tinamba, Boma Akbore, and Richard Mofedamijo, who also serves as an executive producer. Let's have the review. Now, you saw the movie. Let me ask, this is so unusual. When in the day did you see the Suspicion? Because I need to know.
Okay, I watched at night. I think I watched the movie at night.
Same here as well, at night as well.
Okay, so that night feeling, how did you feel seeing the disappearance, the transition, how you?
They are horrific.
Yes.
I'm a lover of horror movies. I watch horror movies, so it didn't move me anyway. Was it close to a horror movie?
Not
I don't think so. Nah,
But I don't quite
think
like
so.
seeing blood.
We've watched some more gruesome movies, even Nigerian movies that are more gruesome than Suspicion. So I was just impressed by one or two things, which I'll speak about later.
Over time. Okay, Jude. Now you were seeing the movie at night.
Yeah.
So what was that thing? What was that body language? Does anything give you a hint about what you were seeing? The beginning of it.
Okay, so the movie actually made me have this rethought about sacrifices. You understand? So that's the only thing I picked up from the movie because I felt like every acting was normal. Apart from the effects and some other things I noticed in the movie, but it was not that horror. So it was not even horror. It was not even close to horror.
I don't like seeing blood.
You understand?
A lot of blood.
There was not even lots of blood like that.
For me.
Because I'm a blood person. You know.
Oh, you're bloody.
I can testify.
You're
Blood
bloody.
Samaritan.
But I didn't see much of blood, so it was still like normal. But just that storyline of sacrifice was what actually touched me. Starting from between the parents and then Stan and his own Chisom, they are saying.
All right, like a normal ritual, cinematography.
Cinematography was good. Tosin Igho, for those who know him, the son of Peter Igho. Veteran NTA journalist, broadcaster. His father is, when it comes to journalism in Nigeria, his father is up there. So, and also he took after that as well. The cinematography was okay. Dark scenes here and there, well executed as well. The cinematographer and the art director, they worked in sync. There were a lot of martial arts, there were a lot of stunts, there were a lot of movements, and at every point in time, the DOP, who happens to be Tosin himself, was catching every he actually caught every moment. If you looked at the stunts, the fight scenes between himself and Uzo, who happened to be the villain, and he captured every moment. So the feel of the cameras too were good as well. Though I didn't really see much of special effects as opposed to VFX.
Okay.
There were more of VFX as opposed to SFX. So and VFX, Tosin also was on ground too. He was the editor. He actually edited that movie too. So it's Tosin's movies. That's the kind of movie he loves. You know, if you watched Seven, that's one of the movies he did way back, and it's quite similar. He's a lover of effects. When Tosin loves effects, so that was more even as opposed to the film in itself, and no bad review for that from me. No bad review.
Great. Still on the cinematography, they try to depict mysticism from the movie, and that's what it's all about.
Juju.
Yeah. So, how did you relate with it, being that you're an expert?
All right, so for the cinematography, I felt like to some point, but I didn't actually feel the first scene when they were trying to kidnap the child because there was a little bit shaky shots when they were running, like when they were chasing the kidnappers. So I felt there was other stuff you would have used. So that's why we have, if he was doing a POV shot, you understand, and he was running, like trying to show the eyes of somebody that's running, it was okay, like can shake while you're running. That's how you're running. When you're running, you're not stable, you're shaking. But what I saw was I saw the two of them running at the same time in the sense. So I felt they should have either used a drone, you show an area view and seen them running and stuff like that. Okay. Or you put it on a stable a stabilizer, either a gimbal or a steady cam, something to use to run. You understand? Something that will make it more stable. But I felt like the easiest way to make it more realistic a little bit, you just use a drone. So you just see them chasing. Then you now go back to your other shots. You understand? But I'm just showing some shaky shots. Yeah, I didn't really feel that scene.
That scene, right?
That particular scene, I was like, no, I'll just use a drone or something, or use a steady cam, or use something else to make it more stable. Because we watch some movies, even I'm not going to say Hollywood movies, Nigerian movies as well, Nollywood movies, that you notice that they have some nice shot while doing a chase. You understand? You see, it's like this movie that was all about chase, that the driver was the one we talked about.
Kilometer 17.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was more about chase. You understand? Driving.
Yeah,
You see more of shaking shots, not shaking shots. It was smooth.
True.
You understand? So that's the same thing we expected on this one. Then I love the martial arts. Yeah, the martial art they did was nice, was on point. I love the twisting of the camera at times when you give someone a punch or so, you twist it like that. The person's falling, you're turning it like that.
You cut every moment.
So those are actually on point, but that other scene, I didn't feel it.
Great. Thank you for your honest review and apt. Did the fusion of mystic and crime, did you see them flowing well, particularly in the storyline and how the placement of how the whole thing went about?
Mysticism, crime fighting or crime and all that, unraveling crime and criminal activities.
Yeah.
Well, will it happen naturally? I don't think so. Okay, maybe Amotekun. Well, Amotekun, they use normal weapons, even though, yes, sometimes they also get traditional to unravel crime and all that. But was he able to merge both? I'll say yes, because why? Why am I saying yes? Because even though the juju or the mysticism was overflogged, we all know that it doesn't happen in real life like that. We all know. But was there suspense all the way? Yes. I did not see some characters happening. For example, Villian, played by Uzo. I did not see that coming. Omomi Dada, who was also part of the suspects. I did not see that coming as well. RMD at the latter part, switching between RMD and Tony. I did not see that coming as well. So was suspicion full of suspense? Yes. But merging mysticism and crime, it's far fetched now. It's far fetched.
So you got it off there.
It's far fetched. Yeah, it won't happen in real life. But as a movie enthusiast, as someone who appreciates creativity, yes, I took a bold step. You know, we don't do time traveling. You know, someone moving from here to there and all that, all those things. You know, they really, even though we've had some situations whereby someone does unfair, like you're here, next minute you're there, but who has actually seen that happen in real life?
Exactly. No, those in the occultic line.
But I love his angle. I love his angle. I love his storytelling skills. He was able to. It's also a way of putting out our culture. Let me use the word culture out there in the good light. We can actually use these things we call juju for the greater good.
Exactly.
And
Message passed.
Yeah, so that's what he was trying to. Don't just shove our juju, because we have juju in Africa. We have the traditions and all that.
Yeah.
We can actually use this to solve some societal issues, and that's what Tosin was able to do effectively through that movie.
Great. Do you have something to say on it, or should we?
Yeah, no, I feel the producers of this movie wanted to do a superhero movie. You understand, like maybe movies like Superman, Captain America, and some other movies like that, and they wanted it to be like our own superhero kind of movie. So they didn't have to do, Superman came from a Man of Steel and stuff like that. Then we have other
Kryptonite.
guys. Yes, so we have people coming from different ways. So every superhero has where the power generated from. So ours, I think they just said, instead of doing one fiction like that and saying things do not look real, why don't we use our own powers? Like Africa, we have powers.
Yes, we are diabolical.
So, and again, they now start to use Nigeria. So Nigeria now, we have a tribe or a state that everybody says they have more of these powers.
Yes.
And that was Edo.
Well,
Yes,
arguably.
Yes, and
Arguably.
but,
Is it?
but I don't think they use Edo.
No,
it's not
Because
Edo. They
it
use
was
the-
Delta. Or is it Delta
Really?
Warri?
it was not even.
I'm even
Who says
confused.
Bredo?
No.
Migwo.
Migwa is from Delta.
Migwa
State.
is-
Delta.
okay,
That is
Delta.
Delta they use. So they
Okay.
use Delta.
Delta.
Yes, and I feel like Delta too is like close. After Edo, we have Delta as well too. So that other tribes that has their own rhythm. So, but I feel they just wanted to make sure it's more of our own
culture.
power.
Yeah.
Understand? So that's what I. And again, before I forget, still spotting out something that I was not cool with. Again, is now someone pointed a gun at Uzo like this, and he shot. Then he now moves. The bullet just comes out from the gun, and use your hand to block the bullet. Yes, we know you have the power of,
yes.
but what I'm talking about is the timing.
Okay.
It travels with the speed of light.
He didn't. Yeah, he has not gotten that power of. Like he only used that power of traveling the speed of light when he wanted to rescue Chisom.
Yeah.
You understand? That's when that's the only time. But that time he was not close by. I didn't know how fast gun is.
But
I felt
he was in the same location.
he was not even close to the.
It wasn't
the
close
area.
to the
but
to
it was
the
in the
area.
same location.
Yes.
Same location,
so
but
There's no how you go to
It's
run.
traveling. It's traveling with the
how
speed
would
of
they
light.
have pulled that off?
It's
How would they have
Flash.
put-
You talk about superhero. We all know Flash, right? Flash has
No,
that
but
You
power.
would have done it more. Okay, why if he
But
has that
they would
power,
have done
you would
it
have
more
used
real.
it for Uzo when he was trying to their combat.
Maybe in
Not be
another
speeding
scene.
around like you can just speed and you have that power as well. But he didn't use it.
Not at that
actually.
Because he
time.
didn't need to.
I
Because it
felt
was his
like
strength,
that
I
gun
guess.
was not supposed to shoot. Use the power like he tried to pull the trigger and he
and
couldn't.
it's not working.
That's understandable.
So that didn't cut it for you.
Yes, because you
You
now
are
shot
not
and I saw
convinced.
his slow motion. Next I saw your hand.
But,
That's a stop. No, Oga.
that's Flash.
Okay. I'm sure that's been noted. Please do take note. All right. So let's talk about the collaboration between Omomi Dada and Stan Ose. What would you say, or how would you describe the synergy, romantic synergy between what
Romantic,
they had?
eh?
You've boxed also.
Romantic.
It was-
Because they were not just all about romantic scenes. They also
no,
played
I'm
some-
talking about both of
Okay,
them.
you want us to
The
be
romantic
specific.
part of it.
I love the kissing, even though the kissing was a bit clumsy from Stan's aspect.
He rushed her.
I'm just saying, but the chemistry, it was somehow it was not all that great, sincerely. sincerely. Because I've seen Omomi play some really good, duo in time past. Also Stan, but both of them, it was just
Maybe
there.
they were both thinking of their partners. While
No, for me it was just there. But I just love that kissing scene.
Okay.
It was intense. But Stan was a bit clumsy at some point. But yeah,
it is what it is.
That's that about it. For
Okay.
Me.
I never enjoyed any part of this
Oh God.
because the only thing I noticed was I had to reduce the volume when Mama was making some terrible sound. Because I'm a child of God.
What sound is that? Can we be more specific?
I don't want to be specific.
Some ringtone.
Some ringtone. Okay. So I had to reduce the volume so that.
But how will she convince you if she
That
doesn't?
it
know?
was-
that was the
deed
little
was
I knew
being done.
that she was doing her part. But
Did she do it well?
but the person, her partner,
Hey, wahala.
was not doing. Was being conscious. of
Were you
herself.
expecting the
married
sound
man.
from?
Yeah,
Were you
he's married.
expecting sound from
I don't.
you?
Hey,
wahala.
married, but that is character. He's not married. So
Ivy.
Ivy.
Yeah.
is he veto? I was saying veto.
Is Ivy.
So he was not married. You understand? So he's free to do whatever he wants to.
He's an actor now, for crying out loud.
See,
Like that's what I'm saying. I'm
the
just
bottom
buttressing
line.
you.
The bottom line is that I didn't feel it. Yes.
What were you expecting him to do?
Okay. Let me look for a duo.
Our usual now. Bimbo.
Bimbo and Timini. Imagine them in that scene. You expect
More
more
than
to
expected.
look real.
Yes.
They don't have
A
partners
Ramsey Noah
in real life.
and our famous Genevieve Omotola. One of them look
I
real.
think it only gets better.
Yes,
If
they
they
are.
star in another movie and they are still finding this kind of situation, they might do it better. But being that this is the first time, they might be. They say culture shock. Now it is romantic shock.
But the truth is that I don't actually see Stan as this romantic.
He does actually.
No, not like this sexually romantic actor, like all those sexual scenes. He's an actor that can cry for feelings and stuff and take care of his
But
family.
from afar.
But when
Not
you say
intimate.
this bedroom
Scene.
scenes,
Someone like a Timini.
Timini,
No.
Those one Playboy.
and we have Majid himself.
Back then,
Yeah,
he's a pastor.
Frank
now.
Atos. Those guys, they are
Noah.
Ramsey Noah. You understand? Jim Ikes and stuff like that. Those guys are brutal. You understand?
What do you mean by brutal?
Like, what I mean brutal means is
In a very soft way.
it's not even in a very hard way. These guys make you believe that thing. Like they can do whatever you know that you do in your
So
own
they are
room.
good actors.
They are very good in that scene.
Okay.
But a Stan or some other actors, they are now very conscious of what they do because they are like real life. They are married.
You need to go watch Stan in some romantic movies.
I've never
Go on
enjoyed
YouTube,
him.
man.
I've
You
never
wouldn't.
enjoyed him.
You would
play
see
a-
Stan in his elements.
I really enjoy him being emotional with his family, taking care of his family and stuff like that. But
He's
I've
a family
never
man now. Don't expect
enjoyed him play a romantic scene properly. That's me. That's my own point of view.
Definitely.
He cares
sure.
so much about his wife, let's say. He's trying to keep his home. Okay. Who would you say was your stand-up actor?
Well, standout for me could easily will be Stan. Stan was able to, I just love something about Stan. He knows how to embody a character. It's very rare. If he wants to play a very ras guy, he will play it. Afamefuna is a classic example.
Yeah.
If he wants to play prim and proper, he will play it well. If you watched, I think Rattlesnake,
Yeah.
he played a lead in Rattlesnake. I think that's what gave him an AMVCA, best actor and all that. So he knows how to embody his character, his role, and also he has. When you hear him talk, he has that confidence. He's not fidgety. Do you get so? And also his feet, with the martial arts were well done. His stunts were well done. His feet. I love the particular scene that, when Omomi called him to come rescue her, the way he turned the car, that's a good effect from Tosin.
And dope.
And he turned
Very
the car
romantic.
360 and like,
zoom
I was like, when I saw that scene, I was like, Tosin, this man, but stand out for me has to be Stan.
So, your stand-out.
All right,
actor.
my standard actor is normally everybody knows me that I love Uzo.
Yeah,
Yes,
but he didn't really.
But
do
they
much,
didn't give him the privilege to be Uzo.
He was a villain.
You're even maxed up. All
Yeah,
through.
all
So
through, yeah, true.
how do I even know he's the one has been playing since he got to that particular
Yeah,
scene? He
the
has to
scene,
take off the mask.
yeah.
You understand? So I feel that since that happened, according to the script, so it has to be Stan. Now, these are my reasons why I picked Stan. Now, if you notice very well, when he aged, his voice changed.
Yeah.
When he aged again, he aged twice. The first time was a little when they held his neck, he aged a little bit. I think he now used it again to meet the Chisom, where she was doing the rituals, and he aged more. You understand? Then you notice that his voice changed because he now showed from someone who is on his 30s, down to 40s,
40,
then to
50,
60s, 70s.
yeah.
You understand? Then his voice changed, his energy dropped. So it's not easy to portray such character where you'll be switching roles. Like you're switching your
And
place to make.
tempo.
Yes. So he tried. You understand? Then the emotional side between him and his parents was very touching. Most especially his dad.
Yes.
Yes, that was very touching, and
You have to give it to him. He knows how to.
Stan killed it. Then again, him playing the role of a superhero when he was in the Super Cup or something, coming to do investigation. The way he handled it, you understand? That's why Kalu was trying to.
They also played the journalist.
Yes.
At some point.
So that's why Kalu was trying to do all this, bullying him and stuff. He was still able to control that
Put it all
part of
together.
character and stuff like
He has
that.
stability.
So I feel Stan
character
killed it.
Yeah.
Stan killed it.
Great. So let's go to flaws. Ready anytime.
Ah.
I know you mentioned it earlier.
I
but
mentioned 2 flaws already.
since we're in this segment now, was there any time? I hasn't said anything. on
The
that.
flaw for me, one of the flaws actually, when he aged. When you age, you wrinkle now. I didn't see wrinkle.
I saw.
It
No,
was
it was-
only
I
white,
I-
the white hair.
No, I paid attention to this stuff because when the first time he was aging, there was a makeup they did on his face. So here there was wrinkles. His face actually changed.
Maybe it was an oversight.
I saw it.
Well, it was not evident. When your age, when you have.
Do you know it's
No,
not
but the
evident?
age
It was still
difference.
twice. The first one when Uzo held him up and was trying to kill him before they shot Uzo. Before she shot Uzo, he was already aging, but they didn't do it that much because he was aging a little bit.
Big.
It was just like adding 10 years or so to your age.
And if
Yes,
they had,
but,
if they made that,
But for me, that's
I
that's
know
my-
he's dark.
that's
I know
my
he's a
thing.
dark guy.
if they make that wrinkles alarming, even you will be like,
Wow, it's not too much.
No,
That's someone gets.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
For me,
okay.
it's like they just pop powder in his face. That's for me.
no, that, but
that's my
that's
opinion.
yeah,
I
it's
saw
your
the
opinion.
wrinkles.
POV.
It's my opinion. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
POV.
so it's like they pop out on the man's face and all that. But aside the makeup was not great. As I said, there's SFX and there's VFX.
VFX.
VFX took over because it's Tosin's forte.
Yeah.
It's Tosin's forte. So he did everything possible to make sure that the flaws that might have been experienced with SFX as makeup, you would get a better complement with the video effect.
Yeah.
And he did it so with the stunts, great. That's what I'm looking at for flaws. Maybe the chemistry between Omaomi and Stan, or probably we didn't have too many dialogues. Maybe, but also the script also plays a pivotal role. Now the big question is why play RMD? Why cast RMD? I'm trying to fathom.
Okay.
His role was not really significant.
Yeah.
You could have gotten somebody else.
Else.
But I'm also looking at the marketing. Having RMD on your project, it's a good one.
Maybe you just take
But
off
is the movie not
Kalu,
good enough?
take off Kalu and put RMD
Maybe.
But
because
is the movie not, because you mentioned that, is the movie not good enough to add
no,
extra?
you're talking about the flaws now. So
Okay.
those are the flaws I'm seeing.
Okay.
Another flaw that might, that is a twist because the switch between RMD and Tony Akosheri. You remember Tony Akosheri?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Zaki of the New Masquerade. I was like, what is the relation between that? I didn't know catch that twist.
me too.
That was the
I
twist,
lost
like,
it there.
That they transformed from Tony to RMD and then RMD back to Tony.
You're as if
I don't
Like-
understand.
because I was trying to
You
pick
can't
it.
be everywhere at the same time.
No,
I was like,
Because
what
that
what
point-
role the
It-
RMD play?
No, RMD was one of the gods
Yeah.
that's supposed to eat one side of the body.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
understand? So the only issue I had was RMD playing Tony, who has been the one pushing Uzo to start killing people, doing his
He
revenge.
played deceit
You understand?
at some point.
So what was the point? Because you already had your
villain.
About the villain, you already had the baby that you wanted to eat.
Yeah, true.
You understand? So what was the essence of pushing him to start killing everybody
More
and stuff?
people
And
again.
so all those sides was not.
Well, it was not
Relevant.
clear cut.
It was not clear. You understand? So that one was not making sense. I
So-
feel like
yeah.
they didn't explain that area properly.
The part that that got me was that period you said it turned over. The timing of when this guy got to that venue, the apartment that he started killing people, and the time Stan Nze got there. Do you think there was supposed to be maybe another part where probably he must have left, or because he wasn't able to do anything to Amomi before Stan got
The
there?
time traveling powers that I gave
No,
him
he
that
didn't
speed.
time travel. Like, he used the normal route, which he drove there.
No, he traveled actually.
Which of the
Really?
which of the
He
scenes?
That time, Amomi called.
He used time travel.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
he used-
yeah,
really?
because
That
he
was
in
the
the
first
closet.
time he used the time
Yeah,
travel.
that's the
That was
first
when he
time.
was pleading with his mom.
Yeah, exactly.
That he wants to use it.
I love that part.
And they
That
were
thing-
giving him those
Okay.
conditions that you age,
Yeah.
that you understand
Okay,
more
so
than
it
your.
started from there.
That was when
I
he
love
used
that
it.
part. Tinamba and
Yes.
Stan. It was really emotional.
He had a conference call, like he was
Yeah.
talking to this lady, and he had his parents on this other
So
call.
it was really
Oh.
So he was
emotional.
telling them that
Yeah.
that was very emotional
okay.
scene.
I love it.
Okay.
He has to now stop, then come down, use the power, and get to that location.
How about the father talking and the mother could relate?
Yes, I enjoyed this. His powers.
Yes, powers. Yeah, true.
He couldn't hear properly. He noticed that he tried to hear. He's not as strong as his mother. You understand? He was the first time he was trying to hear. He was like, I'm hearing you properly. He's trying to hear what the father was saying. The mother now had to come in and he said you should. So he's like the man now uses his powers to talk. I think he has lost his voice.
speech.
So he uses his powers to talk. So except he uses his powers, you can hear
They
him
can, yeah.
properly. But my other question was, Uzo was killing every god or everybody linked to that particular stuff that have eaten a part in that body was killing. So how did he kill the rest of the gods? because he was killing humans and they say he was killing the gods. That was confusing to me.
It's not clear cut. Are we going to have a sequel to this? I don't know. Maybe
Because
Tosin should.
we
come
had
up
a lot
with
of
sequel.
questions. Though we enjoyed the movie,
Yeah, true.
but there was lots of questions that were just going on in my head while watching the movie. So that's it.
And it made you keep cracking your brain as to how are we going to have edge.
I mean, I didn't crack my
over
brain. I
this.
just enjoyed the effect.
Okay.
The one effect I enjoyed was that stuff the man did. When he was explaining to this and that they saw the
Those,
building, the baby,
Yeah.
Holographic.
Yeah. It was beautiful.
That was Tosin.
Wow.
No, Tosin is.
In front, they saw it
Yeah.
like this building came out, this
Yeah,
baby
true.
came out.
That was
The parts of
holographic.
the body went on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hologram.
It was.
You have to give it to
lovely.
Tosin when it comes to effects. It's one of the best. in the industry,
It
yeah.
was lovely.
That's visual effects.
All right. We have to go to the main course
Yeah.
of our dinner, which is it a toast or a roast?
Anyway.
It's a toast. Why?
Why?
Because of the effects. It was driven by effects, and the message was clear cut. We can solve our societal issues with homegrown technology. So I give it to you, Tosin.
Superb. Over to you, Jude. Great Jude.
I don't know if I would say it's a toast or a roast because the story was not that clear. You understand? The story was not that clear, but the visuals was clear. That means nice
The
creativity,
making, yeah, the
everything.
filming.
The filming was nice, but just the story was not that clear. So I'm between. Should I choose because of the story or because of the visuals? I was saying visuals was on point. Everything was on point. All right, because I am a visual person,
As an expert that you
so
are.
I'm more of a visual person than a story person. The story
Yeah.
was part of our visuals.
Yeah.
Because story actually helps the visuals. I would say is a toast.
Can we toast to that?
All right. Tosin, we are toasting to
Toast.
you.
Wow.
But you need to do a sequel to this, anyways.
Yeah.
Think about it. Do a sequel to this. It will make more sense.
Yeah.
Bravo. Thank you so much for your time. And it's a wrap for today. Folks, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and keep the conversation rolling. Remember, you gotta watch closely because in the world of POV, things are never what they seem. Catch you on the flip side. Bye for now.